सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। येन धौता गिरः पुंसाम् विमलैश्शब्दवारिभिः तमश्चाज्ञानजं भिन्नम् तस्मै पाणिनये नमः। नत्वा सरस्वतीं देवीं शुद्धां पुण्यां करोम्यहम् पाणिनीयप्रवेशाय लघुसिद्धान्तकौमुदी। हरि ओम।
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Oh,
Swami. Yes, Swamiji.
but I think
Nara in this internet is Nara.
he's frozen.
Yes, Swamiji.
अव्यय प्रकरण स्वरादि निपातम अव्ययम this सूत्र. There is स्वरादि gana पाठ, second gana, that the shabdas which are there in that group, those are named as avyaya, and those who are named as nipata are also now named as avyaya. So Swaradi Gana has some words, and then those words who have got nipata saudhya, those together they got avyaya saudhya. Now the prayojana of that we will see the next. However, before that, next sutra is tadhitascha sarva vibhakti. There are tadhita pratyayas which are generally connected to the subanta. Shabda which ends with supratyaya gets tadhita pratyaya. In some cases, rarely tadhita pratyaya also comes after tinganta form also, but it is rare. Very particular usages are there. So those tingantas who get tadhita pratyaya, tadhita pratyaya is connected to subanta as well as tinganta. Some of the tadhitanta forms will be considered as avyaya. Now those can be after having connected tadhita pratyaya to subanta or tinganta. That is another category. Or with this sutra also, we got few more words which were not included by that sutra, the first sutra, Swaradi Nipatam Avyayam. Now these tadhitanta forms were not getting covered by Swaradi Gana and also were not getting covered by Nipata Saudhya. Therefore, they were not getting Avyaya Saudhya. So separate sutra was created, Tadhitascha Sarva Vibhakti. What are the pratyayas? Because Tadhita Prakarana is the biggest Prakarana of Ashtadhyayi, where the lot of majority of sutras are devoted for the Tadhita Pratyaya, Tadhita Prakarana. So lot of Tadhita Pratyayas are assigned, and we do see that after having connected Tadhita Pratyaya, some of the Tadhitanta forms cannot be considered considered as a because they are declined. So we need to find that. That's why Granthakara is that okay. Parigananam kartavyam. We should count or we should collect those pratyanta shabdas only or those pratyas only, so that we will understand that the shabdas which are ending with this pratyas are considered as avya. So the list is given tasiladaya prakpashapah. So starting from panchamyas tasil 537 and edhacha 5346. With these sutras, whatever the pratyas are mentioned, those pratyanta shabdas will become avya. Then again, bahval parthat chas karakadanyatarasyam 5442 madrat parivapane dach pratyay is vihita by 5467. Same and am, these are two pratyas. Imetni avya hadamvad dravya prakarshe and amucha chandasi. These two sutras are mentioning two pratyas. Those are also tadhita. Krutvorthaha, the krutva is one meaning. Krutva means repetition or times. How many times? Kitni bar. That is the meaning of krutva such pratyaya. So krutvarthaha pratyaya, in that the meaning of that krutva such pratyaya is krutvarthaha. In that meaning, there are some other pratyayas also. Those pratyayas, whenever are connected to the shabdas will become avya. What are those sutras? Sankhya kriyabhya vritti ganane krutva such ditri chaturbhya such ekasya sakritcha vibhasa bhavardha vipraprashta kale. These are the sutras. Then next is tasivati. This tasivati is tas and vat pratyaya. Tasischa, this is one pratyaya. Tena ekadik in that sense. And then tena tulyam kriya chedvati, where the equal action is performed. To show that meaning, this vat pratyaya is used. Like Brahmanah kshatriyavad acharati. Brahmanopi devadattah kshatriyavad acharati. So Devadatta is Brahmana, but he acts like Kshatriya. So there the Kshatriyavat, after Kshatriya Shabda, we have brought Vat Pratyaya. Then Nanayo, these are the two again different pratyas. One is Na and another is Nai. These are two pratyas. Na comes after this V and Nai comes after Nai. Both of these are shabdas. V and Nai, they are counted in Pradigana. V is counted in Pradigana. Nai is avyaya. It has to be counted either in Chadigana or Swaradigana. These shabdas are getting these two pratyas. Na and Nai. Both of these are tadhita pratyas. After having connected this tadhita pratyas, whatever is the tadhitanta form will also be considered as avyaya. So, when this tadhitascha sarva vibhakti sutra said that, okay, some tadhita pratyas will also create the avyaya saudnika shabdas. What are those pratyas? So these are the pratyas. This is where we are supposed to find these pratyas which will create the avyaya. So this is also counted. And the asarva vibhakti, that meaning we saw, shabda which does not get all the three vachanas of vibhakti. That shabda is called asarva vibhakti. Now this asarva vibhakti is born out of tadhita pratyanta or tadhita pratyaya, because of tadhita pratyaya. So whenever certain tadhita pratyayas are connected to subanta or tinganta, certain shabdas, they are derived and they do not get all three vachanas of vibhakti. Only ek vachana is assigned to them. Ek vachana is possible because of the utsarga, not even the that is also mentioned. Some vachana should be there, so ek vachana is expressed by them. Otherwise, that is also like will not remain with them. So ek vachana pratyaya also will connect and that will also disappear. So really speaking, that shabda does not express any vachana, 1 or 2 or 3, because that is not the meaning of that shabda only. So ekvachana pratyas we are putting there because there is no any other way to bring any other pratyas. Dvivachana and bahuvachana is not possible. Remaining is the ekvachana pratyas. Only ekvachana pratyay will come. Will come. It is not that that is expressed by that shabda. So this is where Tadhitascha Sarva Vibhakti Sutra gets over. The second sutra which gave us the Avyaya Saudnika Shabda. Now we finished Swaradigana. In that we included Chadigana also. Then Nipata Saudnikas, whatever is Nipa is given Nipata Saudnya, that is where the Chadigana is also included. They are collected. Then Tadhita Pratyanta Shabdas which get away Saudnya, they are counted. Now next is Shabdas which will end with Krut Pratyaya. Tadhita Pratyayas in general are connected to Subanta. Krut Pratyayas are connected to Dhatu. So there will be Dhatu. Now next Prakarana is Tinganta Prakarana, where we are going to connect the Ting Pratyayas to them. Siptaji Siptastha. After having connected those Ting Pratyayas, we will get the verb form. However, there are some other pratyayas which are connected to dhatu, which are not Ting pratyayas. They are connected to dhatu and the derived form becomes noun. After having connected Ting pratyayas, we get verb form, and after having connected Krit pratyaya, we get noun. Pratipadika. That is what we get. And because it becomes Pratipadika, therefore it gets Sup pratyas, Suavja Samaucha Stabdhandis. These pratyas are connected to them. So eventually we get the Nama. And if we connect Ting, then it becomes Akyata, Kriyapada. So there are lots of Krut pratyas. Krut pratyas also will give two types of words. Eventually they will give Pratipadika only, but there will be few pratyas which will give us some avyayas. So what are those pratyas? Not all the pratyas, like Shatru pratyaya. If we connect Shatru pratyaya, the final form is not avyaya. It is declined. Like Kurvan, Kurvanta, Kurvanta. So we cannot call it avyaya. But there are some pratyas like this Tumun, Twa. These pratyas, when they are connected to dhatu, though the final form is Pratipadika, however, it does not retain its Sup pratyaya. Sup pratyaya disappears after it. Therefore, Maharishi Paniniji is giving Avyaya Saudnya to some Krudanta forms. What are those Krut pratyayas which will give us these types of Krudanta forms, these Avyayas? So that is mentioned in this sutra. Krunmejantaha Krut. Krut is that Krut pratyaya which is Makaranta or H pratyaharanta. That Krut pratyaya which ends with Makara or which ends with Ekara or Okara or Aikara or Aukara. Those pratyayas, wherever those pratyayas are connected, the derived form will become avyaya. What are the examples for that? This Smaram Smaram Namati. This is just forget about one Smaram. Take one Smaram only. Smrudhatu is there, and there this Namul pratyaya has come. Smaram, the Smru becomes Smaram. The kriya is like this. Smru, then Namul. From Namul only remains. Smru, This Namul is starting with anakara, therefore this achvaniti sutra will be applied. So because of that, vruddhi will happen. Mar sutra is and then form is ready. Maram. And then there is this another sutra. Because of that sutra, the repetition will take place here. Abhikshne namul. So the namul comes in the sense of abhikshne. Abhikshne means the repetition of kriya. So smaram, smaram. That's how it will be used always with duplication. Smaram, smaram. That's how only we will be able to see that. Then this smaram is not ordinary subanta. It is avyaya. Here namul pratyaya is makaranta. One easiest makaranta krit pratyaya which we are familiar with is tumun.
In Sarva Vedanta Siddhanta Sarasangre, at the end, there is one Mangalacharanam. It has smaram, smaram, dhyayam, dhyayam, like that.
Smaram,
Smaram, smaram.
smaram, smaram. There is one more. Yeah.
It is there at the end.
Another form for us is what? Tumun.
Payam, payam.
Payam, payam. Smaram, smaram.
Dhyayam, dhyayam.
Dhyayam, dhyayam.
Where the action is performed again and again. Pauna punya is there in the action. There this pratyaya comes. And this pratyaya comes when there is repetition. That's all. Abhikshne namulcha. Tva also comes. Here. Below only sutra is written. Abhikshne namulcha. Pauna punye dyotye purva vishaya namulsyat tvacha. Okay. Smaram, smaram, namati, namati shivam, smrutva, smrutva. Tva also comes. Tva comes in different senses. One of the senses is this. Tumun is now form will get patitum. This patitum is also ending with makara. Smaram is also ending with makara. It is krut pratyaya and ending with makara. Whatever krudanta form will end with makara will be named as avyaya. Tat krut yat makarantam. Krudyah makarantam mantah. Ajantascha. And that krut pratyaya which ends with H pratyaharastha letters. Those are 4 letters. A, O, I, O. This ajanta krut pratyayas are chandasa. This jivase pibadhyai. 2 forms. Both of these are jivase or pibadhyai means jivase means jivitum. Pibadhyai means patum. Tumarthe. In the sense of tumun pratyaya, these pratyayas come. Like this tumarthe se, sena se, adhyay adhyen, adhyay kadhyen, shadhyay shadhyen, tavay taveng tavenaha. That is big sutra. So these all pratyayas are chandasa and they will come in the meaning of tumun pratyaya. Tumun pratyaya comes in the kriyartha kriya. One kriya is performed for the other kriya. In that sense, this tumun comes. And in the same sense, this all ekara, ajanta pratyayas, ajanta krut pratyayas will come. So these are not laukika usages. Jivase, pibadhe, these are the chandasa prayoga. Even those shabdas which end with ajanta krut pratyaya also will become avyaya. That is the meaning of current sutra. The remaining half part. So yah krut mantah, yah krut ajantah cha tadantam avyayam syat. That krut which is manta or that krut which is ejanta, if that type of krut is there at the end of any shabda, that shabda will be named as avyaya. That is the meaning of krut. Krutyan sutra is clear?
Yes, Ji.
We'll move to the next sutra. This is sutra. Tumarte sesena sesena. Te ase nadhe 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 adhen kadhe kadhen chadhe chadhe. Next sutra is tva tosun kasunah. Again, tva tosun kasun. These three pratyas are there. Tva comes in various, is mentioned in different sutras. This I have put there. Samana kartruyak purva kale is one sutra. There are multiple sutras. By this sutra, tva pratyay is vihita. Then next sutra is Ishware tosun kasunah. When there is Ishwara upapada, this tosun kasun, these two pratyas will happen. These are chandasa pratyas. Tumartya only. They also come in the sense of tumun pratyaya. Ishwaraha abhicharitaha. Ishwaraha abhicharita means Ishwaraha abhicharitum. That is the meaning. Ishwaraha abhicharitum. Ishwaraha vilikha, or here there is Ishwaraha vilikha, means Ishwaraha vilikhitum patati. That's how we can complete the sentence. So these two, tosun and kasun, these two pratyas are chandasa. They come in the sense of tumun pratyaya. Tosun, kasun and tva, all these three pratyas are krut pratyas. However, tva pratyaya is not covered in the Krunmejantaha Sutra. Krunmejantaha Sutra talks about that krut pratyaya which ends with makara and which ends with h pratyaharastha letter. Tva does not end with makara and also does not end with h pratyaharastha letter. That's why another sutra was required. Tosun and kasun also. Tosun ends with nakara, kasun also ends with nakara. These two also cannot be covered in the previous sutra. In Tadhitascha Sarva Vibhakti also, Swaradinipatam and the Krunmejantaha. Therefore, this fourth sutra is created. Sutra says, Etadantam avyayam. The shabdaha, yaha, tva pratyantaha, yaha, tosun pratyantaha, yaha, kasun pratyantaha, tesham api avyay ki saudnya. That is the meaning. Shabda which ends with tva pratyaya, shabda which ends with tosun or kasun pratyaya, all are named as avyayam. Examples: krutva, udetoho, visrupaha. So this is Kaumudikara's example, and we can see the Kashikara's example. I have taken Kashikara's example because they are easy to understand. Is this sutra clear? Tosun and kasun are chandasa prayoga.
Yes, Ji.
Pratyaya vidhana is done by other sutra. Pratyaya vidhana is done by other sutra. Let it be tadhita pratyaya, let it be krut pratyaya. Pratyaya vidhana is done by other sutra. Now, after having connected that pratyaya, the derived shabda, whether it should be considered as avyaya or normal pratipadika, that is decided by these sutras. So, these sutras are saudhnya sutras. Therefore, they are appearing in first adhyaya, first pada. The first adhyaya, first pada, the job is of that pada to give the saudhnyas to different things. So, this sutra is giving avyaya saudhnya. Previous sutra also gave avyaya saudhnya. Prior to that also gave the avyaya saudhnya only to different words. Next sutra, again, avyayi bhavascha. That which has got avyayi bhava saudhnya, or that which is avyayi bhava, also be considered as avyaya. What is avyayi bhava? Avyayi bhava is samasa. So the samasa which has got avyaya also becomes avyaya. The avyayi bhava samasa is named as avyayi bhava because there something which is not avyaya becomes avyaya, therefore it is named as avyayi bhava samasa. So earlier something is not avyaya. Makshika is not avyaya. However, when we connect nir with makshika, it turns eventually into avyaya. Therefore, it is that particular samasa is considered as avyayi bhava, or that is named as avyayi bhava samasa. Whatever is avyayi bhava samasa is named as avyaya, or also becomes avyaya. Adi Hari. Just example is given. So what we have to understand by avyayi bhavascha, it is coming in the same line. 1141. So before that, these all 5 sutras are in one line. Swaradi nipatam avyam 1137. So avyaya vritti, anuvritti of avyaya shabda will come to the 38. Tadhitascha asarva vibhakti avyayam. Krinmejantah avyayam syat. Then swatosun kasunah avyayam syat. Avyayi bhavascha avyayam syat. That's how avyaya is coming in this book. So avyayi bhavah avyaya saudnyakah syat. Avyayi bhavah kah avyayi bhavah samasah. Avyayi bhavah samasah avyaya saudnyakah syat. That is the meaning. Vritti, if at all we want to frame the vritti will be framed like this. Avyayi bhava samasa avyaya saudnyaka syat. This sutra is Saudnya Sutra. This is what, that's it. These are the sutras, 5 sutras, which are giving avyaya saudnya, or all the avyayas are named here only. So Swaradi nipatam avyayam, tadhitascha sarva vibhakti, Krinmejantah, Vatosun kasunah, avyayi bhavascha. By these 5 sutras, whatever is considered or whatever is named as avyaya is mentioned. So in these 5 sutras, Maharshi Paniniji named something as avyaya. Now we have got a bunch of words which got avyaya saudnya. What should we do with them? So, because we are dealing them in the Subantaprakaranam, obviously they have to be Subanta. Why we have to make them Subanta? If we don't make it Subanta, then either it should end with Ting Pratyaya. At least it should end with Ting Pratyaya. It is not ending with Ting Pratyaya, and if it is not ending with Sup Pratyaya also, then it will not be taken in the language to use. So we have to connect them with either Sup or Ting Pratyaya. So Maharshi Paniniji has told that connect them with Sup Pratyaya, for the sake of making them either Subanta or Tinganta. So we will make them Subanta as per Maharshi Paniniji's injunction. So in order to bring Supratyaya now, after these avyayas, it has to be Pratipadika Saudnyaka. It has to get the Pratipadika Saudnya. Then only we can bring this Supratyaya. So we have to check whether it fits in the Pratipadika Saudnya or not, whatever the criteria is given for Pratipadika. Apratyanta, then Apratyanta is considered as Pratipadika. Some of the shabdas, like Swaradiganastha shabdas, Chadiganastha shabdas, are arthavat adhatu apratyaya pratyanta, and therefore they can get Pratipadika Saudnya. Tadhita pratyanta shabdas also can get pratipadika saujna by Krutadhita samasascha. Krudanta shabdas also can get pratipadika saujna by Krutadhita samasascha sutra only. And avyayi bhavascha also can get the pratipadika saujna by the sutra Krutadhita samasascha. By two sutras, whatever the shabdas we have discussed in Swaradini Patamavyam, Tadhitascha Sarva Vibhakti, Krunmejanta, Kvato Sunta Sunan, Avyayi bhavascha, all the shabdas are fulfilling the conditions of getting pratipadika saujna. Therefore, all of these shabdas are named as pratipadika. They have got pratipadika saujna. So far, is clear that how they have got pratipadika saujna?
Yes, Ji.
Now, because they are having pratipadika saujna, therefore, Nya pratipadika sutra says that which ends with Ni pratyaya, that which ends with Ap pratyaya, and that which is named as pratipadika. After that, Sup pratyayas will come. Svaujasamot Shashtabhyambis, the next sutra appears. After that, Svaujasamot ityadi ekavamshatihi pratyayaha bhavanti. So those 21 pratyayas will come. All the avyayas are named as pratipadika. Pratipadikat Svaujasamot Shashtabhyambis nibhyambis iti sup pratyayaha yuhu bhaveyuhu. So, take for example, all instead of all, we are taking one avyaya, that is swar. And so pratyaya. Swar is the first shabda in the swaradikana. Swar dhana su. Swar su. This su. What should we do with this su? Kanji says avyayat supah luk syat. Avyayat apah luk syat. There are two meanings. Ap we don't need for now. Sup we need. That is what we are discussing. If there is any avyaya, and after that avyaya, sup pratyaya is prapta, then what should we do? Make the look of that sup pratyaya. Avyayat यह सुप विहितः तस्य सुपः लुक स्यात्. May the sup pratyaya which is coming after avyaya get disappeared in the name of luk. What will happen here? Su will disappear. By sutra avyaya da. After avyaya, whatever is sup pratyaya will disappear. And then swar will remain as it is. Now there is a repa. Repa will turn into visarga. By sutra Sarvasanadar Visarjaniya. Swaha. Same goes with, for example, very familiar api. Api dhana su. Api su will disappear by sutra avya ta ta pa. And form is ready. Api. There is no any other pratyaya. Same thing we have to do with every word counted in this 5 sutra, by this 5 sutra. Cha, va, ha, e, api, hi, ha, aha, are, re, hanta. All these are the shabdas which are counted. All of them will remain in the original form only. Nothing else will happen. At most, shabdas which are ending with repa or ending with sakara will end with visarga. Karavasana or visarjaniya, that is the sutra what we will apply at most. And that is the only change will happen. Otherwise, nothing will happen. The forms will remain as it is. And some other shabdas, if they are ending with makara, then following later, if there is any hal after that shabda coming, then that makara will become anuswara. Only that much vikara will happen in this shabda. Otherwise, vibhakti pratyaya will not cause any change in the form of these shabdas. Vibhakti pratyaya will not change any form of these shabdas. They will remain as it is. So what about now swar? Suppose swar is swarga. We are talking about swarga. How will we talk or how will we mention that? So let it be ekavachana, dvivachana or bahuvachana. Same shabda will be used. No change. Tumun or some other shabdas are there where vachana is not possible and we don't need also. And this avyayi bhava samasta shabdas are there, na? Like nirmakshikam. Even vitva vivaksha somehow is there. Will not become vitva. It will remain nirmakshikam only. No change. So even the vivaksha is of different vibhaktis, like bahihi. Now bahihi will remain bahihi only. Bahushaha will remain bahushaha only. Bahushaha means to all. Bahu means many, and shas pratyay will express to many, by many, for many, from many, in many. That's how the meaning will be expressed by the bahushaha shabda only, as per the context. This is clear?
Yes, Ji.
Avyayat vihitasya supah cha luksya. Supluk visa. What about this ap? Where does this ap come? So now there is this so far what we discussed were either tadhita pratyas or krut pratyas. We discussed tadhita pratyas or krut pratyas. There is one more set of pratyaya, that is stri pratyaya. Stri pratyayas are not sup pratyas, are not ting pratyas, are not krut pratyas. They are also not tadhita pratyas. They are independent. So stri pratyayas are discussed in around 80-85 sutras. Those pratyayas will come after shabda. However, these pratyayas are not falling any one of these categories. It is separate category, that is stri prakarana. That's how it is dealt in after they also. Where do these pratyayas come? They come after certain shabdas. So they will come after Indra Shabda, or different shabdas will come after those different shabdas, different pratyayas will come. To express stritva. Like Brahmana Shabda is there. And we want to say that Brahman, woman. Then we will say Brahmani. So Brahmani is Pratipadika. In order to express stritva, this nip pratyay will come after it. We don't want to express stritva, Brahmana will remain as it is. Now after, if there is stritva vivaksha, we will put stri pratyaya and then we will decline it using the su of just this 21 pratyaya. Suppose we don't want to express stritva, then we will connect this Brahmana Shabda direct with Sup Pratyas. And we want to express Tritva, then we will add Stri Pratyaya, and then that Shabda will be declined with Sup Pratyaya. That is one step more what we have to do in order to decline Shabda which will express the Stri Artha. This is one Pratyaya which Nip we said. Nip is one of the Stri Pratyayas. There are multiple Pratyayas like Tap, Dap, Chap, Nip, Nish, Nin. These are the Stri Pratyayas. So all these Pratyayas, Dirgha Ikaranta Pratyayas will be mentioned by this Nip Pratyaya or Ni, and all the Tap, Dap, Chap, these Pratyayas will be expressed by Ap. So Ap Pratyaya is mentioned in this Sutra. What this Sutra is saying? If any Shabda will get Ap Pratyaya, any Avyaya, if that Avyaya is getting Ap Pratyaya, then that Ap Pratyaya will also disappear. I will repeat again. Avyaya, if Avyaya is getting Sup Pratyaya, Sup will disappear. That is one meaning. Avyaya, if it is getting Ap Pratyaya, that is Stri Pratyaya, that Ap Pratyaya also will disappear. Where does this Ap Pratyaya come? Ap Pratyaya comes to express Stritva. Where do we intend to express Stritva? We intend to express Stritva in different Shabdas, in different contexts. So what is the example? Example is given. Shalayam. Shalayam. Shalayam is Shabda. It expresses Adhikarana. Somewhere action is taking place. So it is the location of the performance of action. Somewhere the action is being taken place, and that location is being indicated by the Shalayam Shabda. Shala Shabda is Strilinga Shabda. Shala Shabda is Strilinga Shabda. And adjective to that Shala Shabda is Tatra Shabda. What is the Shabda? Tatra. Now, this Tatra Shabda is actually Avyaya. Tatra Shabda is Avyaya. That is also derived only. However, this Tatra Shabda is Avyaya. It expresses the meaning of 7th Vibhakti, Saptami Vibhakti. Tatra Shabda has capacity or capability of expressing Saptami Vibhakti Artha. Saptami Vibhakti Artha is Adhikarana. That is the meaning of Saptami Vibhakti, and that is that can be expressed by this Tatra Shabda. Fine. Now Tatra Shabda is coming and qualifying Shala. It is describing Shala. Shala is in 7th case, and same meaning, 7th case meaning is expressed by Tatra. However, because it is coming in the context with Shala, or it is describing Shala, therefore Tatra, Shala is in Strilinga, therefore Tatra also should get Strilinga. How will we use Strilinga? By giving or by adding Stri Pratyaya. Then only it can express Stritva. Then only it will be considered as an adjective for Shalayam. How will we do that? How will we bring, or what Stri Pratyaya will bring after Tatra to express this Stritva? So Ap Pratyaya is possible. That is Tap. Ajadyata Tap Shabda which ends with Akara, and speaker wants to express Stritva in that Akaranta Shabda, then one must bring Tap Pratyaya after that Shabda. But Shabda which is Akaranta, and a speaker wants to express Stritva in that Shabda, then one must bring Tap Pratyaya after that Akaranta Shabda to express Stritva. After Tatra, there will come Tap Pratyaya. Tatra, Tap. Tatra, okay. Tatra, Tap. Tap will come by Ajadyata, tap, three pratyaya. However, tap will disappear. Tap will disappear, 0. By avyaya na subha. Now, tatra will get supratyaya. Why? Because now this tatra is not getting supratyaya because it is pratipadika. It is getting pratyaya because it is ending with this tap. That is nyap pratipadika. By the sutra we get this pratyaya. So su comes, su also disappears. Tatra by avyaya da swa. Final form is ready. Tatra. That is how it will be used. But originally also it was tatra. Eventually also we got tatra. What was the prayojana? Prayojana was to make it subanta. Now it is subanta. Now we can use it. Pratyalope pratyalakshanam. By that we will give it again subantatva. Subantatva quality no. Shabda I am not remembering English. So tatra becomes eligible because it gets subantatva, and therefore that was the prayojana, to bring this tap, to bring this soup. Now this was the second meaning of the sutra. Tatra shalayam. Sutrartha is clear.
SG.
Now next, this one karika is given. Tadrusham tripulingeshu sarvasu cha vibhaktishu vachaneshu cha sarveshu jannavyeti tadavyayam. That which remains same in all three lingas, in all vibhaktis, in all vachanas, that is named as avyaya. Yet navyeti, that which does not change its form in all these three lingas, all vibhaktis and all vachanas, is named as this avyaya. That is the meaning of this karika. Karika is clear. There is nothing in this karika. That is the meaning.
SG.
Now next is, this is the supplementary shloka. This shloka is in Subantaprakaranam. It is given in Stri Pratyaya Prakaranam. Halanta Strilinga only. In Laghusiddhantakaumudi it is given after Avyaya Prakaranam. Meaning of this sutra is Vashti means Ichchati. Vashti means Ichchati. Ichchati. Kaha Bhagurihi Ichchati. Bhagurihi Ichchati. Bhagurihi Acharya. Bhaguri Acharya. Bhagurihi Acharya. Vashti Bhaguri Acharya Ichchati. Kim Ichchati? Ava api iti dvayoho upasargayoho allopam. So Bhagurihi Acharya ava api iti anayoho upasargayoho allopam ichchati. He desires the lopa of akara lopa of ava and api, these two upasargas. This is one meaning. What are the example? This vaga should be vaga. Vagaha, avagaha, pidhanam, apidhanam. So apidhanam, pidhanam. Vagaha, avagaha. The original form is supposed to be avagaha, avagahati, avagahate, apidhatte, or apidhanam. This is the original form. However, Bhaguri Acharya says that the akara of this ava and api upasarga should disappear. Now, because Bhaguri Acharya desires it, not Maharshi Paniniji, therefore, as per Maharshi Paniniji's opinion, we will get two forms. As per Bhaguri Acharya's opinion or desire, we will get another two forms. So, both of these forms are found in the Kavyas in different contexts. Famous one is this Kumara Sambhavam first shloka. I have mentioned it. This Astiptarasyan Dishi Devatatma Himalayo Namanagadi Purva Parau Toya Nidhi Vagahya. Vagahya. Actually, it is supposed to be Avagahya, but Akara has disappeared. By which rule? By this rule. The rule is not there in Ashtadhyayi. Then it is in the Karika. This is the Karika. Which Acharya gives us this freedom to make the lopa of Akara? Bhaguri Acharya gives. Also, the other half of the shloka is Apancha eva halantanam yatha vacha nishadisha. Also, he desires ap pratyay. Now, the first half says that Akara lopa. Second half says that bring ap pratyaya. Ap pratyay to whom? To all halanta shabdas. All three linga halanta shabdas. So, there are three linga halanta shabdas. We saw vach, then sarit. These are the shabdas. Nish, this is another shabda. These shabdas are strilinga shabdas. Halanta strilinga shabdas. However, these shabdas are already directly declined. We declined sarit shabda as sarit, sarito, sarita, just like halanta pullinga only. There was no difference. But Bhaguri Acharya says that bring up after this halanta shabdas. So if we bring up pratyaya after vach shabda, vach will become vacha. And then it will be declined. Vacha, vache, vachaha, vacham, vache, vachaha. If we don't bring up, then shabda will remain vach and it will be declined vak, vago, vak, vag, vacho, vachaha, vacham, vacho, vacha. So, halantanam apam Bhaguri Acharya halantanam shabdanam apam pratyayam vasti ichchati saha ichchati kim ichchati ap pratyayam ichchati ap pratyayam ichchati kesham halanta shabdanam udaharanam kim yatha vacha nisha disha, just like vach shabda turning into vacha, nish shabda turning into nisha, dik shabda turning into disha, this shabda turning into disha. These are the examples. Now these how should we decide? So these are the popular usages made by Shishta only. So looking at Shishta Prayoga only, we should follow this rule. That is what the Kaumudikara gives the opinion. This is where this Karika also gets over. This was supposed to come after Halanta Strilinga Prakarana. However, Laghusiddhantakaumudi has given here. Is this Karika clear?
SG.
So here our Avjaya Prakarana gets over. Any doubt?
And what about this Vagaha, Avagaha?
Yes, Swamiji.
Same.
No, Vagaha, Avagaha, they are the...
Pidhanam, Apidhanam.
Yes, Swamiji.
Pidhanam, Apidhanam.
There is Upasarga, Ava Upasarga and Api Upasarga. The sutra says, the Bhaguri Acharya's opinion is that we can do the Akara Lopa of these two Upasargas. Means without Akara also we can use these two Upasargas.
Only in these two words or other words also?
Actually, these are the popular ones. Vagahi and Apidhana. I tried to find out any other example is there. Could not find.
Okay. Okay.
That's why
These two I have seen.
these two we see. Apidhanam, Pidhanam we have seen. If any other is there, then we can find.
Okay.
Yes. So actually, they have this. This karika has no direct contact with or any connection with this avyaya prakaran, but it is given here at the end.
So there is only that vaga here. So avaga
But
here.
that can avagahate tinganta form also could have been given.
Right. It can come anywhere, but this are.
That's it. So here avyaya prakarana gets over. So should we move to the next prakarana?
Well, we can start in the next section. It's only 4 minutes are there, right?
So no problem. So I will stop sharing this screen. I will show some other screen just for 2 minutes. Just to revise this, we are going to enter in the Tinganta Prakriya. Tinganta Prakriya, we are going to deal with Dhatu. So what is Dhatu we need to understand. So we have seen this sutra, Bhuvadayo Dhatavah. Bhu, etc. or starting from Bhu are named as Dhatu. So what do start with Bhu? So there is a group of some words collected by Maharshi Paniniji. There we find the Bhu at the beginning. The first one is Bhu among them. Those are named as Dhatu. This is one Dhatu Saudi. Second is Sanadhyanta Dhatavah. There are certain pratyas. They will be assigned to different shabdas. Like San Pratyay will be connected to Dhatu. Now, after San Pratyay is connected to Dhatu, Dhatu will lose its Dhatutva. It will not be considered as Dhatu anymore. So, again, in order to give Dhatu Saudhnya to that Dhatu who has lost its Dhatutva, this particular sutra is created. So, there are multiple pratyas. Like San, Kyach, Kamyach, Kyang, Kyach, then Twa, Tusun, Kasun, Tumun. Which pratyaya, even after having connected that pratyaya, Dhatu will get again Dhatu Saudhnya. So that is the collection of some pratyas. Those are Sanadi pratyas. San, this is the Karika, Dwadasha Sanadi pratyas, San, Kyach, Kamyach, Kyang, Kyach, Ibni, Jangau, Tatha, Nagayang, Inchedi, Dwadashani, Sanadi. There is one small prakarana of Sanadi pratyas in the Ashtadhyayi. One after the other, only these pratyas are described. So, Dhatu which ends with Sanadi pratyas is also considered as Dhatu only. Or it gets Dhatu Saudhya. So, Bhu etc. are Dhatus. Bhu etc. when they get Sanadi pratyas, again they get Dhatu Saudhya only. Then do not lose their Dhatu Saudhya. So, Dhatu is done. What is Dhatu? That is done. Dhatu is going to be our Anga in this Prakriya. Dhatu is going to be our Anga or Prakriti. After having discussed what is Anga, we will discuss what is Pratyaya. Anga, Pratyaya. So this is our Anga, described by 2 sutras. Then we need this It Saudhneka Sutras. These 6 sutras we had seen. Upadeshe Janunasika It. Anunasika Ach gets named It. Antyam Hal It Bhavati. Vibhakti Yatra Vibhakti Saudhnya Bhavati Athva Yesham Vibhakti Saudhnya Bhavati. Yesham, okay, this sutra we will see in the Prakarana only. Adil Nutudavaha. Any upadesha which begins with need to and do, those need to do also get its saudhya. Pratyaya, pratyasya adhi shakara. If pratyaya starts with sha murdhanya shakara, that shakara also gets its saudhya. Then pratyaya which begins with cha varga letter or ta varga letter also gets its saudhya. Then lashakva tadhite, pratyayas which start with la, sha and ka varga letter. Those la, sha and ka varga letter at the beginning of any pratyaya, they also get its saudhya, except tadhita. In tadhita, if any tadhita pratyaya starting with la or sha or ka varga letter, then they will retain their, they will not get its saudhya. Whatever is named as it in these all sutras will disappear by the Tasya Lopaha Sutra, which means the 9th Kramanka. This is it Saudnyaka Prakarana. We will need this Navi Bhaktotusmaha Sutra soon. Here we will stop. We will do Shanti Pada Samaj.
Yes.
Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishtate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Guru Namah. Hari Om. Hari
Om.
Om Ji.